Hello, so I'm still on my mammoth shopping haul. I think you should have seen Farm Foods and Asda's and Lidl, and now I've just got bits and pieces because the shopping centre we went to, my husband loves it because he can just park there and sleep in the car, and I just run around all the shops. And so there's Asda's, Farm Foods, The Range, Halfords. There's also the Card Factory, Poundland and Home Bargains, and it's those that I'm going to show you now. I was I've got hiccups again, very pleased with myself because I've been having this no spend year where I'm being really selective with what I buy, and I've been looking at things carefully, and a lot of things I picked up and put down, so I'm still being really careful about what I spend my money on. That being said, there's probably a couple little bits that might have been able to do without, but there is a reason behind them all. So without further ado, I will show you what I've got. Now, I popped into the Card Factory. I don't buy a lot of gifts for people, and I don't buy a lot of cards for that many people, but I do like to give a card at work for like co-workers and things, or to have one handy in the cupboard for people around. I tend to spend a little bit extra on cards for immediate family, but in the Card Factory they were doing 5 cards for £1, so it makes each card obviously 20p each, and I was trying to get sort of just universal cards I could use for anybody, and I got Have a Great Day. This one I really like, wishing a very happy birthday. Hope you have the best birthday. Happy birthday. And I got another one of those because I liked it. So I like to have those. That's all ready because I know come the late summer there's a few people at work having birthdays, and I can give them a card. I sometimes give them some homemade jam, something like that. So I've got those. I also got a birthday card for my daughter, but I know she watches my video, so I'm not going to show you that one. Then I went into Poundland. I found this, the old farm cat, £1.25. Now, oh, my head scar's fallen off. I sometimes get the big boxes. It does work out cheaper with the big boxes, but she only has a little bit. She's getting on a bit now. She doesn't eat as much as she used to, and I found the big box sort of knocks about a bit, and it's, I don't know, it doesn't stay as fresh, and it's hard. So I like the little boxes. So I did get 2 of these. I got this one's duck and chicken, and I did get a tuna variety as well to put in the cupboard. So yeah, she's on the tuna one already because I needed some biscuits for her, which is why I bought them, because I knew I was out of cat biscuits. So £1.25, which is an awful lot less, literally half the price than I can get these locally. Some tissues. These are the individual packs, so there's 10 in there for £1. That makes them 10p for a pack of tissues. That's pretty good. Sadly, I've got through a lot of tissues this month with several funerals, so that's that. I have got the grandchildren coming for a week in the summer, and I am doing them little gift bags and boxes and treats and things like that, and I saw those, and it was 79p for the 3, and as there's 3 little lads coming, I thought I could give them one each in their treat bags. My husband absolutely loves these, and they're really hard to find. I hadn't seen any for ages, so I thought while I've seen them I'm going to grab them, and it was £1.25 for these Jacob's Cracker Crisps. For the boys in mind, for their treat bags, I actually saw these for £1. It's £1 for 10 with stickers. These little dinosaur treat bags, so I've got those to put some sweets and treats in. I found these. I was so excited. My gooseberries are looking really abundant. They're not quite ready, they're still really sour, and the black currants are on the turn, so I really wanted some netting to put over them to protect them from the birds, and these were £1 each, so I just got 2 of those to pop over the bushes. to try and protect those because I'm hoping to do a lot more stewed fruit. And then lastly from Poundland, I just got some razors. Then I went to Home Bargains. Now, I cannot find my receipt for Home Bargains. I've got the receipts for every single other shop that I went into apart from Home Bargains. I'm not sure if I can remember all the prices, but I'll do my best with some of them. So yeah. Oh, right. My husband and my daughter love microwave popcorn, and it was 4 bags for £1. I mean, you can't go wrong with that, can you? This is a new flavour, caramel flavour. They're quite excited to try that one, so I've got 2 of those. Then I just got a salted and a sweet one. Can't get that locally, so that was really good. My husband loves these type of crackers, but they're usually over £1 a box for the branded ones. These were 69p, and he really likes those. Now, this is one of the things that I didn't really need to get, but I did. I had, if you'd seen my tombola video, I had a load of sweets that I didn't know if I'd need to use, which I didn't. I didn't need to use any of the sweets. So I'm going to keep them for trick-or-treat bags. And I thought, oh, I'll get another pack of these. These were £1.59, and it says there's about 23 in there. And they're all individually wrapped little packs, but there was only a couple left on the shelf, so I thought, oh, I'm going to get those. And then I think I'm, apart from getting a little bit of chocolate, I think I'm all sorted for Halloween. I don't need to do Halloween bags, but I do like to be part of the community and do that for the children. So I've been wanting a spaghetti jar for a very long time. I actually ordered one off Amazon once, and they sent me the wrong thing, and so I didn't get a spaghetti jar. And then I was cleaning out the pantry and I'm wiping out my shelves, and I picked up the spaghetti, and as usual all sort of fell out, and I turned around and the dog was chewing on some. She'd found some on the floor. I thought, oh. So I found this spaghetti jar. I think it was £1.99, but don't quote me because I honestly can't remember, but it was just the cheapest spaghetti jar I could find. I think it's glass. I wasn't sure if it might be tough plastic. I'm not sure. But as long as it keeps the spaghetti from going everywhere in the cupboard, I don't really care. So yeah, just a spaghetti jar. This is another thing I didn't really need to get, but it is very handy. And it was £1.99, and it's this massive squeezy cheese. Now, at the moment we have 2 dogs in the house. I have my dog and my daughter staying with her dog, and we've got these Kong things that you put stuff in, and this is just a really cheap treat. We put a couple of treats in there, squeeze this, and it does keep them busy for all of 5 minutes. So I got some of that for the dog. Oh, I picked that up for 99p. It's just support, that cohesive support bandage. We used the last of it up that we had in our first aid kit. Somebody hurt themselves the other day, and so I thought it's just to restock. I like to keep a few first aid things handy up here. Multi-purpose cleaner with bleach. I'm down to the last few sprays of my old one, and I like to use this in the kitchen. So I bought this. I'm pretty sure it's 99p. I do like the Astonish brand of things. I like to do my floors with disinfectant. I really like the smell of disinfectant and stuff, and the way it cleans. I cannot remember how much it was. It was definitely under £1. I think it was something like 65p, but I'm not sure. But I do know that disinfectant is a really good price. This is quite a large, it's a litre bottle, and this Clean and Fresh, just home, the only one I've only ever seen it at Home Bargains, and it's the Best Buy, and it's got a lovely smell. These, we haven't got much left. We've got a garden one thing that we use to light our wood burner, because it's quite safe, because it's got a long nozzle on it, so you're well away from the fire, and the gas is starting to get low. And these are £1.99 in Home Bargains. I only got the one because I didn't have loads of money on me, but that is half the price that I can get these locally. They're about a £5 locally. It's ridiculous. Our local garden centre, they're literally about £5 for exactly the same thing. So I've got one of those so I can, because believe it or not, although it's June, we're still lighting the fire. It's still really cold up here in the mountains. Now, a trip to Home Bargains is not a trip to Home Bargains without my beloved Morning Fresh. I was on the last bottle that I had in the house, so I didn't have any in reserve. 95p for a nice big bottle of Morning Fresh. Right, Oral-B toothpaste. I use this toothpaste myself just because it's the cheapest toothpaste I can find for the largest tube. That's why, and I don't mind the taste of it. This was 79p. So I got that, and it's 100 mils. My husband has sensitive teeth. He uses Sensodyne toothpaste, but Home Bargains is the cheapest place I can find Sensodyne toothpaste, apart from a place called Body Care, which is a big town like an hour away from me, which we don't go to that often. So I got that. It was £2 something, which again is half the price. I can get that locally. It's a massive bag, 4 packs of rubber gloves. I get through loads of rubber gloves at work. I can't remember how much it was, but it was definitely cheaper to buy the pack of 4 than to buy them individually. So I want to say they were about £1.99, but I'm not sure. But 4 pack of rubber gloves. 59p for some antibac wipes. I'm using a lot less of these now. I'm trying to use the spray and the cloth instead, but I still like to have, because they are handy to have about for emergencies. So 59p for those. Oh, Yardley, this is my favourite body spray, and it used to be really expensive, and they do it in Home Bargains, and it's actually the same price as their cheap body spray. And I've noticed that you used to be able to go off to like Savers and places like that, and they'd have like a cheaper brand of body spray, and it was always a lot cheaper than say Impulse or whatever. But I've noticed that they seem to be, the gaps closing with the prices. It's getting a bit closer together, and this was 99p, and their cheapest one was also 99p. So I thought, oh, I'll get the one that I really like. So I got some of that. Big Thing hand soap for £1. This is the big 600ml. The ones I can get locally are £1, but they're only 500ml. And again, this is the Astonish brand. I like this, and this seems to be the best value. It's the biggest container I can get for the money anywhere around, so I always pick one up at Home Bargains to have handy. So that's that. This is my husband's favourite shampoo. This is just the one he uses. Again, it was 99p in Home Bargains. He's on his last bottle, so I picked another one up to have one spare. I've had a lot of family over the last month with everything going on at home here. We've had a few things happening with funerals and sadly and things like that. So I've got through my stash of toothbrushes. I can't remember at all how much these were, but I do remember these were the best buy. This was the most toothbrushes you got for the money, so it's just a Colgate pack of 4. The last couple of things, and again, this I know how much it is because it says on it. It's just a spare pair of reading glasses for me to have at work, £1.49. Goes down carefully. And the last thing is some freezer bags. I got this standard 150 freezer bags, and these 25 large tie handle freezer bags. Honestly can't remember how much they were, but they were a good price. I try and reuse them as much as I can. I eat a lot of frozen fruit, so I still freeze bananas in bags, and I try and use the bags at least 3 or 4 times, but after that they do look really tired, not very hygienic. So I, even washing them out, I don't know, it just, so I like to change the bags every so often to be hygienic. So I've got some freezer bags, and these large ones are really handy for putting things like sugar and stuff. I've noticed if I get sugar from Aldi, the bags are quite thin and they do seem to rip quite easily, so it's quite handy to put them in one of these and tie it up and stuff like that. At the moment I am trying to revolutionise my cupboards and put more things in jars, but at the moment I'm having a bit of resistance because I find they don't stay as dry. I live in an old sort of damp farmhouse and a lot of things tend to get a bit damp, even in a jar. I don't know what it is, but anyway, there we are. So that was my bargains from Home Bargains. So this saved me a lot of money, and I've been quite selective. I looked about what things I wanted. I'm trying not to just go and buy stuff. The only other thing, I did buy some chocolate from one of my daughters who's staying with me at the moment, and she did put in a request. So I did buy some chocolate, but she's already taken that. But I thought that was really good. I can't remember how much it was, but I remember being very pleased. And you'd be very, very proud of me because I looked at a lot of things and then I put them back down. I didn't buy them. So there we are. I hope you found some bargains lately. I hope you're all doing really well and that you've had fun looking for bargains and squirreling things away for a rainy day. So until next time, stay frugal.